He was one of the most notable members of the Philadelphia crime family. He would be the consigliere of the godfather Angelo Bruno. And unbeknownst to his boss, he would end the peaceful Bruno regime by ordering his murder over a dispute concerning the methamphetamine trade. This is the story of Antonio Tony Bananas Caponigro. The beginning. Antonio Rocco Caponigro was born on January 22, 1912 in Chicago, Illinois, to Rocco Caponigro and Rosina Caponigro Verazzi. He, his four siblings, and his parents moved to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and specifically South Philadelphia, in a predominant Italian neighborhood. His father, Rocco Caponigro, ran a successful fruit stand in the Italian market on South 9th Street Curb Market. Bananas would be a staple and hot commodity in the fruit market, and according to legend, this is where Antonio Caponigro earned his moniker, Tony Bananas. Another legend said he would earn the nickname because he was known for having a temper and went bananas that can be used as an epithet describing someone being crazy. The nickname Tony Bananas would follow him through the media, such as newspaper, radio, and television. Young adulthood. The Caponigro family would then relocate to New Jersey. He conducted most of his criminal operations in Ironbound, a neighborhood in Newark. Entries such as car theft, burglary, robbery, bookmaking, and suspected murder date back to 1928 in Caponigro's police record. For a time, he was suspected of financing the illegal manufacture of alcohol in the New Jersey area, but this was never proven. In 1943, he later married a Scottish-Irish-Canadian woman named Kathleen Ann Cox. They had a son and 3 daughters. The Made Man. Caponigro operated in the Ironbound neighborhood of Newark, New Jersey. During the 1950s, Caponigro will be inducted to Cosa Nostra as a made member of the Philadelphia crime family by Joseph Ida, who was the reigning crime boss at that time. As a made member of the Philadelphia crime family in the 1950s and 60s, he became a recognized crime figure after being identified by a mobster turned government informant, Joseph Falagi, in 1963. During that time, Antonio Caponigro, he served under Capo Riccardo Biondi. Under Biondi, Tony Bananas would run numerous rackets in the New Jersey section on behalf of Philadelphia crime family. He would develop gambling and number rackets in New Jersey while also running a prostitution ring simultaneously. These types of vices would help him flourish to not only the average working day citizen, but also politicians and other influential figures. In an FBI report stating in February 1957, an informant advised that Caponigro operated an extortion racket in which he used to attract youthful prostitutes. The informant also stated that the ladies will work under him in a prominent or wealthy individuals in a compromising situation, and unbeknownst to them, it would be documented through audio, photographs, and electronic devices. The informant exposed Caponigro for having telephones and microphones located in the walls or throughout various locations in the properties he owned or did not own to use for blackmail. One of them will be at the Garden State Motor Lounge on Route 46 in Pine Brook, New Jersey, and an apartment building 32 South Mount Avenue in East Orange, New Jersey. Caponigro was the son of wealthy banana merchants amongst his peers. He would later own and manage a stand at the Italian market like his father. He lived in Short Hills, New Jersey with his wife, Kathleen. He also had a half-sister, Susan, who had a daughter out of wedlock by the name of Teresa. Susan was married to Alfred Salerno, but died from cancer before the double murders, which we will discuss later on in this video. The informant also made claims that while prostitution activities was undergoing and grew rapidly in the tri-state area between New York City, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and Newark, New Jersey, where Caponigro allegedly recruited them for work. This same informant was not only certain if Caponigro was listed as the owner of the Garden State Motor Lounge, and believes Tony Bananas hired a supervisor to watch the restaurant as Caponigro was behind the restaurant operations. The exposure. According to the Courier Post that we will have on display on the screen, Caponigro first gained public attention in 1955, in which we learned that he loaned boxer Joey Giardella $200 to pay off a $1,000 dollar bet on a Brooklyn Dodgers baseball game. Organized crime experts claim that Caponigro was involved in fixing fights, a practice that was common for mobsters that has been doing since the Prohibition era. According to the Courier Post, dated on April 30, 1980, Wednesday, page 15, sources also said that Caponigro ran illegal gambling operations in New Jersey in which were protected by the corrupt police and politicians. His activities attracted the attention of New Jersey State's Commission of Investigation. He avoided the SCI subpoenas for several years by fleeing to Florida, from where he continued to oversee his gambling operations. In 1972, a federal grand jury in Newark, New Jersey, issued a subpoena for Caponigro, but he continued to elude the FBI in New Jersey, Florida, and New York. The FBI came close to catching him in September of 1974 in an elaborate wedding reception for his daughter at New York Plaza Hotel, but to avoid creating a disturbance, the FBI didn't arrest him. On New Year's Eve of 1975, an undercover FBI agent called Caponigro's house in Short Hills, Essex County, and speaking Italian, warned Caponigro's wife that the FBI was on his way to arrest her husband. Caponigro bolted from his house and raced off in his car into an FBI trap. It says his husband, but I believe they meant to put her. The businessman. Now, back in 1957, there are several reports that Caponigro allegedly owned several restaurants, establishments that made him lucrative in the criminal underworld. Here are the fine businesses that he allegedly owned. Dot Cocktails on Lounge on North 10th Street in Newark, Orange, New Jersey. In North Center in Orange, New Jersey, that you can see here in this picture. Dot's Kitchen, South Orange Avenue, Florham Park, New Jersey. The Highway Bar and MacArthur Highway and Bridge Street, located in Newark, New Jersey. Mario's Restaurant at 35 Main Street, Millbourne, New Jersey. The Mid Tavern at 618 South Orange Avenue, Newark, New Jersey. Pierce Cocktail Lounge, 24 Lincoln East, Orange, New Jersey, and Suburban Cocktail Lounge, 64 Brick Church Plaza in East Orange, New Jersey. Therefore, the allegations of him owning these properties swarmed in the media, convincing the public on how wealthy Caponigro was. In 1963, his informant will be identified when testified to Congress. This man will be Joseph Joe Valachi. Tony Bananas and many other mafia members would be disclosed in Valachi's written and spoken testimony. This exposure will cause a ripple effect in the criminal underworld. If Tony Bananas did not have a bullseye on his back prior, he knew he would have one now, after Valachi's testimony.
Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel and check out more of our content. Feel free to give your feedback and suggestions on what we should do next in the comments. This is Infinite Lee Productions. We love ya.